Hello everyone, I'm Thomas Schimmelhorn. You guys are watching Drawing, Illustrations, and Art, and today I am at my new drawing table and so forth. I'm just going to use this for sketching, so on and so forth. I have some references here, and I'm just going to see what I can't come up with, so on and so forth. Also, the drawing setup is going to be really weird. I have to figure that out for this. Right? It being on a tripod just doesn't look right to me. That's all I have right now, though. So, I think right now I'm just going to go in, try and throw some ideas down. Gonna divide this up right now. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything, and so forth. This is how I kind of just get my perspective down. I've sort of been playing around with this sort of dip type of a thing. Maybe in the foreground we have some mushrooms. Some gigantic mushrooms. Now, I didn't take these myself. I took this off the internet. This doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sort of trying to make it perfect, but you could be sloppy with this. Just do something like that. I'm not trying to create anything nice right now, but maybe there's a log here. Yeah, so then this is just going to follow this form like this, following that perspective, right? I don't really know what else is going to be in here. I do like this, there being a log here though, but maybe we just have this log go off camera. We can change that later if we want. I like this stream, but I don't think this is going to fit here. Just lengthen the length of that log, and then maybe throw some trees in the background. I like this tree right here. You guys can't see that, so my bad. I like this tree though. It kind of has this hook to it. You know what? And this is sort of in shadow. This is in the distance. Right, maybe we do some more mushrooms right in this foreground area right here. Here in a little bit. Right. I want to create a plane though, right here. You know, maybe the mushrooms are just hiding out. In this space, I might look up more mushrooms. I should look up more floral type of references. And in the woods here, we have some stuff like that, right? But I've only found like one spot where mushrooms are growing. And whatnot. I'm just gonna really not trying to focus too much on detail, because detail you can get carried away with. Right, let's have another tree just sort of be shooting up like this. Right, grab some water. I like the mushroom idea, but what if we want... This tree doesn't actually make sense when you think about it, because this log that's here, it don't make sense at all. That's okay. So maybe, just maybe there's some... I like to throw buildings in my drawings, so there's some type of building right here. There's a house that lives here, and on the house is this ravine type of thing with some mushrooms, and maybe there's even a stream here. Yeah, I'm not going to make this detailed. We'll put some more trees in there. Maybe make this a little bit detailed. Just have this shoot up like this. Copy a little bit of this image. I kind of like it. Kind of think it looks cool. Like that. Alright. Let's move on to the next one. I don't know if you guys can see this all that well. Pretty light. I can't see it on the camera. So I like the house, and I like the mushrooms, and I like the ravine. So, and I also like the trees. I want to show more of the house in this one. So I'm going to put our line right here, and then I'll divide this based on where our vanishing point is, where all the lines are directing themselves to. The camera cut out, that's going to happen. Alright, so we just want... I just want something that is leading up to the house in some fashion. So we're going to have this. Steps. Steps always confuse me. The question is this house maintained? Is this pathway maintained? And what does that look like? So I'm just throwing these lines in to indicate that these are steps and this is a form. Otherwise it's just gonna look weird, right? This looks weird. Like this perspective looks weird. Right, this is just an idea. I feel like I'm trying to achieve too much of something here. So let's just throw this archway in right here. Have that go back. So I'm gonna continue. Maybe there's some mushrooms right here growing on the on here. I think the next thing I might do is maybe a close-up. I really am trying to play around with this perspective. This is more like a one-point perspective. Not too sure what to put in there though. Giant log right here. I don't know, maybe this giant log is part of the house. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Right now we sort of just have this big entry point. Realistically, I'm just trying to fill this up. Maybe someone cut this tree down. Throw some trees in the distance. Try and be loose here and not be tight. Kind of want a little bit more detail here. Just gonna throw some little random shapes here. Sort of put a door in right here. Some big gigantic door. And then maybe there's like a tree right here. A little tree. Here by the shrooms we have some little I don't know what these are called, but I'm throwing them in there, tightly holding the pencil right now. I think that I'm focusing heavily on the foliage. What is the wording there? So basically, I'm just trying to recreate this whatever this is. I guess you could say, in this angle, there are bricks right here. So I'm seeing this stuff and I'm trying to add it. I'm not trying to be perfect with it because I don't need to be. I think that this is the fun part about drawing, is this exploration stage. I need to get some photo reference, and I probably have somewhere of a cut down tree that I took a while back, because I'm sort of just trying to achieve some of that. We can throw some things, right? Some of this foliage, whatever you want to call it, right here. Alright, I like this. I think this looks cool. Boom, right? And then maybe one more tree off in the distance. It doesn't have to be a perfect tree, right? I just want to insinuate that there is a forest, and then I think anything off in the distance would just be blurry. So, I'm not going to render it. If I was going to render it, I'd probably use like charcoal dust or something, just something to put it into the page. I like this. And whatnot. Alright. So I'm going to do one more, and so forth, is what I was saying before. Things kind of cut out on me, right? So I'm going to take elements of this that I like, and I do hope you guys can see this. I hope it comes up and whatnot. Right now, there's nothing special that is going to be going in. I'm not doing anything special for this. I'm going to be creating a bigger version of this right here and whatnot. You know what is something that I want to create? And I'm going to give myself pretty wide angle again, because I have this idea of some type of creature, and so I'm just going to divide this up based on, right, so something's going to be sleeping here, right? So I'm just going to take this this, give it some weird angular forms, because I think that looks cool, right? Doesn't that kind of just look cool? It has like an interesting shape or form to it. Then this is obviously a ridge, right? But there's gonna be a creature kinda right here. That's where I'm gonna have my fun. I need to throw some anatomy in right here. Who knows? I might be messing up any anatomy. Something's going here. That's for sure. Not sure what. Not sure what's sleeping here. Not sure if this is going to be in detail. So I don't want to spend too much time on this. Maybe the people who live in the house have this as a pet. Or maybe the house has been abandoned and this creature has elected to live here. But I'm trying to think of the anatomy that would take place here, not knowing really anything about it. Or maybe this creature was owned by the individual individuals that lived here, and something happened to them, and now he's just had to abandon them. They had to leave him. They couldn't take him with them. So yeah, would he be sleeping next to the shrooms? Maybe he ate the mushrooms, and now the mushrooms have taken their effect. Right. So we're just gonna throw some mushrooms in there. Yep. Do something like that. Right, throw the log right here. Maybe before he was abandoned, this was his favorite spot to sleep. I feel like I'm being a broken record here, but a lot of this is going to be sped up. So let's get the bottom of this jaw. Some type of ears. Sort of, kind of looking like a dog right now. I'm trying to think of how this anatomy would work. Maybe think of the anatomy of a dog. But it's not a dog, so I'm just trying to add to the creature now. I'm just trying to have fun with this. But maybe there are some shrooms that are sort of growing on this ridge right here. I don't know if that actually happens. I just want to create something interesting, something that I have. Maybe every third shroom I will throw some of that foliage in. So like right here, swamp. There we go. We'll come down here next to our abandoned creature with weird anatomy. Maybe I'll throw, maybe he has some fur on him. We don't know what this creature is. All we know is he's alone, he's old, I gave him sort of like a beard, but no. maybe that's something I can refine. Throw some foliage in right here, or flora, whatever you want to call it. Right. And I noticed on this reference image there's some mushrooms growing, so obviously we want to indicate that Mr. Log here has been here for a while. Really tiny mushrooms, really in the distance. And there's there's some like patches right here, so maybe I can just throw that in, like so. Follow this. I'm getting a pretty good idea here of what's here. If this is abandoned, all we see in the reference image is this one point perspective shot. Maybe I can do something with that. I'm gonna throw our walkway here though, and just start throwing things in. This goes down. Getting a pretty good idea of things that I want to do here. I like the creature. Let me just get that ridge right there. There we go. And then, of course, some trees. I don't know, maybe I am getting too far carried away. Maybe I should be thinking of how tall this building is. This actually looks like some stairs, so I'm gonna go with that. That sort of leads up. Throw a fence right in there. Or just some stairs without some fencing, right? Just emphasize this ridge, right? And what else can I put here? I definitely want some background trees that are just gonna fall in right here. Right? I'm not throwing them in detail because they're not going to be in detail. They're in the distance. But we can throw some flora in there. Some things, maybe a shroom or two. I don't know, a little bit of form there. I like to add form to things. Some little tiny trees to complement the big trees. No, the big trees need some little trees. They're a little bit lonely. They need some friends. Alright, so I think I've worked enough on the background. Right. I kinda don't know where to go with this. Because all I really had to go on was this big house. Right. But I think I'm about ready to create something here. Right. I think we got a basic idea of what I want to do. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bigger piece using this. Alright guys, so I think what I've done is fix the focus on my camera, so this might be blurry, it might not, I don't know yet. If it is, unfortunate and so forth. This is also the part of the video where I might start speeding things up, right? I'm just sort of messing around with this. We'll see what I can't edit out and what I can edit out. But I actually get to use this. This is the ruler that this came with. Doesn't it look cool? Right. Enough daydreaming. I'm just gonna try to use the rest of this page up as best as I can. Right? I'm gonna pull that down, try and just line. Ah, dang it. I hate when that happens. Trying to hold this up onto the page like that. Yeah, it looks a little uneven. Oh well. Do that. I just bumped the camera. My bad. Didn't mean to hit you guys. Alright. Now we have a little bit more room to work with. Actually, just grab this. Well, you know, sort of. I'm gonna throw my horizon line right here, and we will put this right about here, and then I'll just begin to divide up the page. So I have no idea what I'm going to have to take out of this and what I'm not, but I also don't want to not like talk, because I think those types of videos are kind of boring and dull, right? Try and get this. Yeah, just want to divide this up as much as possible. I feel like these help, like especially if you're doing buildings, these spaces, you just divide these spaces up to create your buildings. Alright, so I want this to be my viewpoint. I'm going to come right about here. This is going to be where my ground is. And it's going to form over top, just like that. And then right here, we're going to do the same thing. Get that ridge going. This is where a building is going to go. Just want to get this going right now. Maybe kind of fix this. Then sort of get this form. Have this kind of direct towards this line. Get this building up and ready. Draw through this. Got a lot more space here. So right here, I'm just thinking of a box. Right, we're just building the building, if that makes sense, right now. So in this reference image, we sort of had I think I need to get a walkway in first. So put the door in. Alright, get a little arch door going. This is the problem with using mechanical pencils. Right, so kind of just want to follow this down like so. Then there's going to be some type of stairs that will lead up this way. So I'm just going to throw that in. Yeah, just behind this building. Right. So I'm going to go quiet for a little bit. I don't know how well we would see these planes. So I'm just skipping every other thing. Right. So then we have these stairs right here. I will go up here, and then we'll have this back way that goes up there. And of course, the railing. Can't be having stairs that go up this high without some railing. What are you trying to do? Get someone killed? It was a lawsuit or something? So I'm just gonna do this because now I can do right here going. Make some sense out of some of this stuff. Right? Obviously, come down like this. I'll do the same thing with this. And it kind of looks weird. See if we can't fix that weird. Alright, well, so I think that I'm going to go into time lapse because I just don't know how long this is going to take, and I don't want to put anything in the video that I then won't be able to have in the video later on. This is probably already like an hour long video.